Hey everybody, welcome back to I Know a Guy. If you're new here, my name's Anthony. I'm a business profit advocate. On this show, we interview entrepreneurs, business owners, professionals, and just people doing cool things. For example, today we're meeting Danial Lammers, a technology success specialist and the driving force behind ITO, Nexus, and Tech Connect IO. Daniel is passionate about helping businesses harness the power of technology and growing smarter, not harder. Let's dive into the journey and get to know Daniel a little bit. How you doing today, Daniel?
Doing good. Thank you, Anthony. How are you doing?
Pretty great. I've chatted with you quite a bit. And I always love our talks because I always walk away knowing a little bit more than I did going in. But to be fair, I'm kind of dumb in the tech world, so it's kind of easy. So it's not really impressive. But other people out there are going to be way smarter about it than you. So let's speak to them. So where you calling in from? If I remember right, it's Washington, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm in Spokane, Washington. Just moved back up here beginning of October. We were located in southern Idaho, and as my good friend down there says, is I was way too ahead of the times.
Yeah. So you're a little happier in Spokane?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's fun up here. Definitely doing more outreach, talking to more people, and definitely more excited about the technology we're doing here.
Awesome. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's always nice to kind of go somewhere new and kind of get a little bit like a reinvention, almost rebranding,
Yeah.
just kind of taking on that role. So that's awesome. What can you tell me about what is a technology success specialist?
Well, a technology success specialist, we kind of do a little bit of everything. So we come into your business, we can look at, what you're utilizing, see where you're spending money, what's not working for you, and we can actually do cost savings. We actually can supply you with new technology, help you implement it, development. We actually have technology of our own that we can help you utilize as well. So, as a technology success specialist, I kind of have my fingers in a little bit of everything. So, I look at myself more of as a generalist role.
Okay, that's awesome. So how did you get into tech? Like, kind of what was that driving force that got you interested in it?
I've kind of been in technology a little bit my whole life. So, really, the big driving force is when I started getting into the FPV drones and building them and flying them. That's where the programming came in, and then went to school and got a degree in cybersecurity.
Awesome. Yeah. So about how long have you been in tech then, when you say as a whole?
Oh gosh, over 10 years.
Okay, so just from my experience growing up, I'm kind of that generation that we did a lot of stuff outside, and then there was the advent of video games, and then things like computers started to take. I don't predate computers, but the internet started to become a bigger and bigger thing, so they had the boom. So just through my life, just kind of as outsider to tech, just something that I used. I've seen a huge growth. So on your more specific side, how have you seen tech change over the last, like you said, you've been in it for over 10 years. How much of a difference is it between when you started and where you are now?
Oh man, the way tech is evolving, it's so crazy because we can look at it and think about it. Like look at cell phones for example. Okay. We started out with big old brick phones, right? And then they worked on getting them as small as they can. And now they're going back to be as big as they can. But um if I remember correctly, in school, my teacher once told me that you're not going to be running around with a calculator in your pocket. Joke's on them. I'm running around with a computer in my pocket. Um, Even bigger joke on them is as a cybersecurity specialist, I'm actually running around with a mini computer that we can actually hack people with in our pockets. Um, because we can actually load Kali Linux on an Android device and utilize it as a cybersecurity device to potentially use for ethical hacking and penetration testing. So, in a bigger form, like technology is the biggest driving force in business. We have digital marketers, social media, any field that works with business and even touches like any form of technology, like they are in the technology field. And as a technology success specialist, we touch all of it across the board. So that's marketing, um, IT support, anything, anything, we can work with it and we'll find you ways to save money.
Yeah, I like that, and I think a lot of us realize that if you look at, when the internet took off, right? There's a lot of people that
Yep.
are like dragging their heels, like, ah, it's just a fad, it'll go away, and now look where we are. And I think we're kind of seeing that again with, the advent of AI and how big and how, how much that's being integrated into everything in our lives. And I like to refer back to, so there's different tiers of civilization. This is the nerd side of me coming out. There's
Yeah.
different tiers of civilization. So there's type one civilizations.
Hmm.
Um, the internet was like our first type one civilization technology that we created, and AI being so quickly afterwards is the second one. So I think a lot of people that are kind of dragging their heels about AI, they're really missing the boat, and you really don't have the same excuse you did with the internet. We're having a similar revolution with AI that we did with the internet. So it's kind of a all hands on deck. Let's figure out how this works. I mean, would you agree or?
No, 100%, Anthony. Just like, we can look at it, the invention of the car. Like look how that revolutionized, we moved from horses and carriages. Now we have motorized vehicles. Industrial revolution totally changed the way of manufacturing, right? The internet changed the way how we communicate. And it just keeps moving. Everything keeps moving. Now we have the AI revolution. Okay. But now we have people that are dragging their feet because they're afraid to embrace it. They're like, oh, we're going to lose our jobs because it's going to replace, this employee or this employee or this employee. And the way we need to look at it is if it's going to replace your job, then you need to learn how to utilize it because you're going to be running it. And if you don't know how to work it, then yeah, it's definitely going to replace your job. So if you learn how to work it, then you're going to be running the AI system. And I was actually just talking to someone actually not too long ago. I think it might have been last week or the week before. And we were having a conversation, and it was, hey, are you going to be the AI architect, the developer, or the generalist? And I was like, well, look at it. If you're a developer, you're specialized. If you're the architect, you're specialized. If you're the generalist, you can do both. So a generalist is the best of both worlds, and you're gonna be the most sought after, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And to your point, if somebody sees the writing on the wall and they're like, "Oh, it's going to replace my job," well, you're not going to stop it either, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
get out of the way or get on board because it's coming. And you're smart enough to see it. So let's try and position ourselves in a way to take advantage of it, not be ran over by it. Because the train, the automobile, all that stuff. Yeah, you have less horse-drawn carriages than you used to, but those people are doing different things now. So you can
Right.
adapt with it, especially if you see it coming, which we all do. So awesome. So what do you love about this, right? Because things are happening. Look at like the internet, look at AI, and it seems they are accelerating. Those two huge they're very close together when one came out and the other, as opposed to the Industrial Revolution to now. Things seem to be happening quicker. Is that exciting to you, or how do you feel about all that?
So it's both exciting and scary at the same time because as we move at this very advanced rate, there's different levels of players, right? And certain people are keeping up, certain people are falling behind. And there's businesses with internal IT departments and there's businesses that outsource, right? The internal IT departments, they're so focused on just trying to keep these businesses running. That's their main focus. Then we have the businesses that outsource the IT. The outsourced IT departments, they have entire teams that are what they do is basically continual education, learning new implementation series, such as new development, new AI, things like that. The businesses that are outsourcing, they're getting the new implementation. That's what they're getting, and they're going to be able to scale a lot faster. Let's look at the potential of what Microsoft is doing and how they're implementing different services in AI. They're the biggest security company in the world right now. Microsoft Defender, scores the highest ranking out of all the antiviruses in the world that you could buy as a security provider. But why are people still buying McAfee? Microsoft Defender comes standard on every device, but people are still paying $49.99 a year from McAfee because of pop-up comes up on the internet. I mean, let's think about this. We have advanced AI technology inside Microsoft, but they don't know about it. The point is that I'm trying to get at is if we focus at what we need to do and how we can scale, then we can get ahead in business. But we have to look forward at what we need to do. It's like playing chess. You can't look at what's right in front of you. You have to look past that. You have to look moves ahead. You have to plan for the future. We can't just look at what's right in front of us because what's right in front of us, there could be a wall. You have to look beyond the wall.
Okay. Yeah, no, absolutely. You definitely do need to plan ahead, especially since things are coming faster and faster. So you definitely need to have a plan and you know, technology needs to be at the forefront of that. So what is something that you're seeing a lot of businesses do that maybe they should be considering doing it differently? That maybe you're able to say, hey, everybody's doing this, it's going to lead to the same result. Let's try this different approach.
I don't even know what happened.
I was still talking until it popped up. Daniel's in the waiting room. So, all right.
Like I just was like, I was just gone all of a sudden. That was interesting.
All right. Well, I will edit that part out. Let me find a good question to start on again here. Okay. All right.
That was an interesting one.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna ask what's your favorite thing about what you're doing now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. No, absolutely. So what would you say your favorite thing is that you're doing where you're able to help the most folks?
I mean, I love showing businesses how technology can solve their problems because the biggest thing that we do is we target their pain points and then we look at their goals. So we solve the pain points and then we start moving businesses towards their goals and their passions because that's at the end of the day, that's where we want to be. And that's the number one thing, right? That's every business. Like we all have goals, but how do we achieve those? And as you're bypassing those pain points and you're solving them with technology, and they're seeing like, oh wow, I didn't even know this was possible this way. It's like, and it's so simple. It's mind-boggling.
So you're seeing that. What does your average client look like? Who just like is your avatar of if somebody's in this situation, I'm going to be able to help them.
Honestly, any small business that wants to utilize technology to their advantage is our client. We try and work with businesses from 5 users up to hundreds to thousands. We can work with small businesses to medium enterprises. We have solutions for anyone. I have solutions for solopreneurs that are just starting out, even. We're launching new businesses daily, even. I'm working with a new fitness business that just joined our CRM, and we're setting them up to launch this week.
So tech, I imagine, it synergizes well with a lot of different areas. What about power partners? Who are people that, they might be helping the same kind of clients that you are, just in a different way?
So, a lot of our power partners are like business consultants, marketing people. They're already helping businesses utilize technology or just trying to find ways to bypass those pain points. And maybe they just don't have a way to, get past a certain pain point. Like maybe their website just isn't performing well. And we can come in and be like, "Oh, hey, we see this specific reason. Let's get this fixed." Or, "Hey, here's a solution." Or, "Your email security isn't just up to date. Let's get this on there."
Okay.
It, you know,
Okay, awesome. Yeah, and there's a lot of us out there that, would work really well with you because again, I think we help similar clients, but I don't know nothing about technology. I can turn it on and I can make it work for this purpose. So awesome. So a lot of folks out there they're hesitant about AI. They're seeing it go. And it's a real thing. How many nuclear power plants did Microsoft, was it, just invest in to power the stuff? I think it was
You
like 10.
know, I I didn't I've been so out of the news because I've just deep dive. I have so many new clients that are just like, "Hey, we need this AI system." Da 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 da. So,
Yeah.
it's been fun.
Yeah, and it's gonna get nothing but bigger. So, I
Oh
imagine
yeah.
people are looking and they're like, how can my business benefit from AI?
Oh yeah, 100%. And it's just like it's like the number one thing that there's three questions, you need to ask yourself. It's like, do you have repetitive tasks? We can automate those with AI. Do you need faster decision making? Do you want better customer engagement? All of those three questions, all of them can be automated with AI. It's a very simple system to do. Even, you know, lead scraping. 10,000 leads a day can be scraped utilizing AI. Simple. Uploaded right directly into a CRM.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we get to spend more time on our business. What is it? You're either going to be working in your business or on your business. AI really lets you work on your business, where, all that stuff that was just a time sink that you had huge blocks on your calendar where it's like full of menial stuff. You don't have to do it anymore. So get help, figure out how to take care of it, get that done, and then it's gonna, reap dividends in the future. So awesome. So is there anything that I missed that maybe you wanted to add?
I'm gonna elaborate on because you said my number one saying that I tell people, it's, hey, if you're working in your business, you're not working on your business, so you're not scaling. Utilize AI to give you more time to work on your business because it's going to help you create those, standard operating procedures that's going to let you, define so you're not having those fuzzy edges. It's going to let you define everything that you need to do. The thing, I don't think we hit everything. But reach out to me. Our website is itonexus.com. You can find me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're doing TikToks. Um, I've utilized pretty much AI to launch all our social media simultaneously. We're going to be launching our podcast Behind the Firewall, where you're going to be able to learn the secrets of what technology can actually do, what we do for technology, and the behind the scenes of what we do for businesses and the secrets that we uncover because people don't like to hear what we actually uncover.
Yeah, no, you don't like knowing where you're kind of lacking, so it kind of ripped the band-aid off, kind of. So perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, if anybody'd like to get a hold of Daniel, absolutely reach out. I'm going to put all that in the description so you don't have to hunt for it. We're going to make it as easy as possible for everybody.
Yeah.
But absolutely reach out to him. If you think tech could benefit your business, spoiler alert, it can. Look into it. Worst case scenario, you have a conversation and you end up learning a little bit along the way. So absolutely reach out. He's exactly the same on a call as he is here. I've talked to, I don't know, I think it's been dozens of times at this point. So if you are a little bit more shy and you prefer an introduction, you can ask me. I'm more than happy to introduce you. Other than that, if anybody out there would like to be interviewed, feel free. Reach out to me directly. I'll have my link tree and everything in the description as well. But other than that, Daniel, I really appreciate you taking the time to come and talk with us. If there's anything that any of us can do to help you out, I'm sure we're gonna be on the phone with you. But other than that, let's all get out there. Let's try and learn something new and all help some more people. All right.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Anthony. And just as a last word, a talk with me takes less time than a cup of coffee.
Awesome. Sounds good. Take
Hey,
care.
thank you. You have a wonderful day.
You as well.